so deeply, I'm not afraid to show him how ugly I can be.
Produced by B.
I want him to show me scars I never knew I had. But I don't want him to make them go away. I want him to hold my hand while I nurse them myself. And I want him to cherish the bruises they leave behind.
Yeah, we keep it going. You light up the stars, you light up the moon, you light up the morning. I'm feeling your vibe, won't touch on your body, I'm feeling your motion. And if we gon' ride, and if you gon' slide, then where are we going? And straight through the night, together through five, we deep in this ocean. We deep in this ocean. I'm feeling connections, I'm feeling her ways. Babies, whatever, be talking for days. Look in her eyes, I'm touching her ways. Someday we're older, I'm taking you places. We take it slow, baby, I got the patience. Heart is a solid, like standing ovation. All I wanna do is lay under you, baby. Show you how I ride in worse situations. I'm always be there for you, girl, ain't no change. Your real love be the one, it's always a stranger. Watch the way moves when it be red. I'm stuck feeling down and you came and you said what I seen in you, that shit so amazing. Been on the move and I was just passing, tryna find you and ain't no faking. Came in my life now and ain't no living. I'm treat you right, you mind you my lady. Be honest, I'm nervous, I be so anxious. I'm always waiting for you, so is you waiting. If we gon' play, then is we still play? Made it this far and I know I can make it. When I'm around you, my heart starts racing. Yeah, we keep it going. You light up the stars, you light up the moon, you light up the morning. I'm feeling your vibes, won't touch on your body, I'm feeling your motion. And if we gon' ride, and if we gon' slide, then where are we going? And straight through the night, together through vibes, we deep in this ocean. We deep in this ocean.
What do you want?
I want to ride or die.
Oh, what does that even mean?
I just want someone that's always going to love me, no matter what. Someone that's going to hold my hand and never let it go.
Tonight we will recognize the seniors from a variety of activities and sports, starting with choir. Our first senior of the night, Edgar Barbosa, escorted by Francisco Barbosa and Mrs. Gloria Martinez. Edgar plans to study business post-graduation. Our next senior choir member is Carl Lee, who is escorted by Carol and Shane. Carl is joining the Air Force and will leave for basic in June. Our next senior choir member is Dakota Vaughn, escorted by Amy Vaughn. Dakota plans to attend college to become an anesthesiologist. And our final senior choir member, Davey Thursby, escorted by Patrice Cowder. Davey plans to attend college and major in sociology. Next, we'd like to recognize the senior members of the tennis team. Starting with Ian Vanderberg, escorted by Andrea and Bill Vanderbeer. Ian plans to attend the University of Oklahoma. The next senior tennis member is Ian Wyszynski, escorted by Anna and Sonia. Ian plans to attend UT Austin to study business. And our final senior member of the tennis team is Peyton Watrose, escorted by Kelly and Troy Watrose. Peyton's university is undecided, but he will be majoring in business and minoring in biology. Our senior cross-country member is Jason Alcala, escorted by Ela Renteria. Jason plans to run at University of Texas at Tyler, majoring in nursing. Next are our senior members of the wrestling team, starting with Amari Harris, escorted by Christina Harris. Amari will attend Collin County and major in fire science. Our next senior wrestler is Garrett Payne, escorted by Thomas and Jennifer Kimbrell. He will attend tech school to become an auto mechanic. The next senior wrestler is Isaiah Chimney, escorted by Coach Michael McBride. Isaiah will be getting his CDL so he can drive trucks post-graduation. Next is Sammy Matua, escorted by Melissa Matua. Sammy plans to attend SMU and major in photography. Next is senior Ashton Bone, escorted by Sarah Fortenberg. Ashton plans to attend Texas Tech and major in mechanical engineering and ranch management. Next, let's meet the senior student athletic trainers, starting with Josie Howard, escorted by Deanna and Andrew Howard and Jaden Howard. Josie plans to attend UNT and major in kinesiology and physical therapy. The next senior member of the pack behind the pack is Michaela Minatillo. Michaela is escorted by Tammy, Frank, and Joseph Minatillo. She plans to attend a trade school to get her EMT licensure and further her career in the medical field to become a nurse. And our final senior athletic trainer, Alexis Peterson, escorted by Christine Peterson, Curtis Green, and Curtis Jr. Alexis plans to attend SFA University, pursuing criminal justice and minoring in deaf awareness and communication. Next, we'd like to recognize our senior cheerleaders, starting with Megan Shavira, escorted by Veronica, Aiden, and Aiden Jr. and Shavira. Megan plans to attend SFA and major in pre-med to eventually become a physical therapist. Next is Hannah DuPont, escorted by Mike and Jenny DuPont. Hannah plans to attend medicine post-graduation. Next is Olivia Guzman, escorted by Impano Contreras and Impano Lora. Olivia plans to prioritize time on her studies and pursue the medical field. Our next senior cheerleader is Andrea Hernandez, escorted by Samuel, Serena, and Alexis Fernanda. Andrea plans to attend college and study business. The next senior cheerleader is Yesenia Mares, escorted by Maria Vaca and Loel Mares. Yessi plans to get her basics completed at Cotton College, then transfer to TWU and get her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Our next senior cheerleader is Julie Olakaji, escorted by Gabriel Olakaji and older Tadashio Semi and Kemi Olian. Julie plans to attend Prairie View A&M University and study nursing. Our next senior cheerleader is Michaela Rogers, escorted by Adrian Rogers, Alex Rogers, Tamika Morris, and Patty Cleaver. Michaela plans on attending and cheering at Glen College. Next is Mia Sanchez, escorted by Mike and Jocelyn Sanchez. Mia plans to attend the University of North Texas and study secondary education to pursue her career of being a teacher. Next is Kai Washington, escorted by Al, Janelle, and Taj Washington. Kai plans to attend college and pursue a degree in business administration. Our next senior cheerleader is Callie Fleming, escorted by Davey and Patrick Nolan. Callie plans to attend college and major in business with hopes to one day take over the Nolan Farmers Insurance Agency here in beautiful Little Elm. Next are the senior members of the Wolfpack. Starting with Kaylee Hansen. Starting with Kaylee Hansen, escorted by Brian and Michelle Hansen. Kaylee plans to attend Texas A&M to study environmental design and architectural studies. Next is Steviana Hearn, escorted by Toshania and Stephen and Nisha. Steviana plans to attend Midwestern State for nursing. Our next senior Wolfpack member is Sarah Jones, escorted by Ann and Jones. Sarah plans to attend Texas State University for business administration. Our next senior is Sydney Towery, escorted by Lindsay and Cody Towery. Sydney plans to attend Texas A&M for mechanical engineering and welding. And our final senior Wolfpack member, Michelle Ilion Moso, escorted by Veronica Shapiro. Michelle plans to attend SFA and major in pre-law. Next up are the senior members of the Blue Angels drill team. Starting with Jordan Emerald, escorted by Chris, Amy, and Maddie Emerald. Jordan will be attending Texas Tech University in fall to study entrepreneurship. Our next senior Blue Angel is Violet Ames, escorted by Tim and Adrian Fisher. Violet hopes to attend Texas A&M to study communications and pursue her dancing career. Next is Ruby Berberich, escorted by Ben and Sarah Berberich. Ruby plans to attend a 4-year college in Colorado to pursue her dream of becoming a travel nurse. Next is Trinity Figueroa, escorted by Emily Anderson. Trinity will be pursuing happiness, adventure, and her education and a future 4-year university. Next is Julia Greenwood, escorted by Philip and Brady Herbert and Cameron and Tina Greenwood. Julia hopes to attend a 4-year university to study psychology and business. Next is Annie Brigger, escorted by Jerry Reese. Annie will be studying interior design at the University of South Florida. Our next member of the senior member of the Blue Angels is Jaira Johnson, escorted by Jerry Johnson and Gary and Angela Whitaker. Jay will be attending the University of North Texas to major in business while still keeping her creativity alive. Our next senior Blue Angel is Madison Medina, escorted by Lisette and Sarah Medina. Madison will be attending school to pursue a career in nursing. Our next senior is Catherine Merciowski, escorted by Paul and Sharon Merciowski. Katie will be attending Texas State University in the fall, studying humanities. Our next senior Blue Angel is Sophia Ramirez, escorted by Reese and Rachel Ramirez. Sophia will continue her studies by attending college to become an ultrasound tech. Our next Blue Angel is Alyssa Rubio, escorted by Julissa Ayala and Noah Ventura. Alyssa is planning to attend a 4-year university in Denton to major in psychology. And our final senior Blue Angel, Mary Kate Truxler, escorted by Brian and Tiffany Truxler. Mary Kate will be attending Texas A&M University to major in history. And now our senior members of Color Guard. Starting with Rena Ubaldo, escorted by Christy Foster and Chris Turner. Rena plans to attend Central Arkansas State to major in graphic design with a minor in advertising. Our next senior color guard member is Ariana Grunmeyer. Ariana and Aaron Grunmeyer will escort her as she plans to attend Stephen F. Austin and major in horticulture. Our next senior member of the color guard is Odalis Dialba, escorted by her father Ivan and Jose Farian and Abel Alonso. Odalis plans to attend UNT to major in biology and forensics. And our final senior member of color guard, Brianna Shifani, escorted by Erica and Nicholas Shifani. Brianna will attend college to major in marketing and interior design. And now, our senior members of the band. Starting with Alex Ahmed, escorted by Mrs. Hala and Mohammed and Dunya Ahmed. Alex plans to attend UT Austin to major in political science and minor in music composition. Our next senior band member is Preston Bruner, escorted by Gerald and Debbie Bruner. Preston plans to major in computer science. High School. Next is Brock Caskey. Brock plans to attend the University of Texas at Thayer to pursue a career in nursing. Our next senior band member is Fatima Castrita. Fatima is escorted by Mrs. Laura Castrita and Maria Rodriguez. Fatima plans to attend El Centro Dallas College and major in radiologic science with a minor in art. Next is Victor De La Cruz, escorted by Mr. Maxwell Atkinson. Victor plans to attend culinary school after graduation. Next is Cynthia Delau. She is escorted by Mrs. Griselda Sanchez. She will attend Fallon College and major in nursing. Next is Shane Drummond, escorted by Mrs. Heather Drummond. Shane will be attending UT Austin to major in business. Our next member of the band, senior Maximus Gregg, escorted by Ivan and Tracy Gregg. Maximus plans to major in music education after graduating from Loel. Our next senior band member is Thomas Guerra, escorted by Mr. Roberto Guerra. His college is currently undecided. Our next senior band member is Bryson Jones, escorted by Mr. Chris Bell and Ms. Brandy Jones. Bryson plans to major in biology after high school. Next is Savannah Leitonen, escorted by Mr. and Mrs. Leitonen and Marine Recruiter Staff Sergeant Ted McElwee and Alan Thompson. Savannah will enlist in the United States Marine Corps following high school. Next is Tanner Lee, escorted by Mr. and Mrs. Lee. Tanner plans to attend Collin College, major in culinary arts. Our next senior band member is Jennifer Lopez, escorted by Simon and Nancy Lopez. Jennifer plans to attend Texas Women's University and major in psychology. Our next senior band member is Selfie McNabb, escorted by Ms. Nicole Dixon and Mr. Quentin Odell. Selfie plans to attend UNT and major in biology. Our next senior band member is Gracie Miller, escorted by Zach and Randy Miller. Gracie will be attending the University of North Texas to major in music education. Next is Emily Mills, escorted by Charles and Kim Smith, and they plans to major in biomedical engineering. Our next senior band member is Braden Myers. Our next senior band member is Carlos Nieto. Carlos plans to attend the Universal Technical Institute. Our next senior band member is Alexander Noor. Alexander is hosted by Mr. and Mrs. Paul Noor. Alexander plans to attend the Art Institute of Dallas and major in graphic design. Next is Julian Oka, escorted by Eric and Deborah Oka. Julian will be attending Sam Houston and major in animation with a minor in film. Our next senior band member is Karen Ramirez, escorted by Pablo and Jasmine Ramirez. Karen will major in criminal justice and forensic science. Our next senior band member is Evan Reza. Evan will be attending Northwestern University in Oklahoma and major in music education. Next is Ariana Salazar, escorted by Joe and Ada Santiago, and grandfather Juan Mesa. Ariana will be attending the University of Technical Institute to study diesel and automotive tech. Next is William Taylor, escorted by Mr. Mark Taylor. William will be attending UT Austin to major in architecture. Next is Olivia Terry, escorted by Jennifer Freer and Guy and Sharon Terry. Olivia will be attending college after graduating with a left. Our next senior band member is Jasmine Tote, escorted by Mrs. Sharon Lloyd, Mr. Joe Hernandez, Jason Tote, and Mr. and Mrs. Hernandez. Jasmine will be studying business management and marketing. Next is Nathan Tran, escorted by Trin and Zachary Tran. Nathan will be going to UT Austin to major in natural sciences. Next is Alicia Valdez, escorted by Mr. and Mrs. Valdez and Sister Nady Valdez. Alicia will be majoring in chemistry and pre-med. Next is Benjamin Whitaker, escorted by Reppy and Stacy Whitaker. Benjamin will be going into real estate. Our next senior band member is Kevin Yee. Kevin is being escorted by Mr. and Mrs. Joshua. Kevin is currently undecided on post-graduation plans. Our next senior band member is Jose Zamora, escorted by Jose Zamora, Mrs. Dora Bena, and grandmother, Mrs. Ada Walden. Jose will be attending UNT to major in criminal justice. And our final senior band member, Yesenia Zapata, escorted among others by Mr. Antonio Zapata. Yesenia will be attending Northwestern State University to major in music, performance, and education. And now our senior football members, starting with Tyson Book. Tyson is escorted by Andrea, Janet, and Christina Book. After graduation, he plans on majoring in health sciences. Next is Cameron Bork, escorted by Heather and Chris Bork. After high school, Cameron will be attending college with a major currently undecided. Next senior member of the football team Hayden Boca. Escorted by Lynette and Blaine Boca. Hayden plans to attend college to major in sports management. Our next senior is Terrence Brooks. Escorted by Nikki and Terrence Brooks. He plans to attend Ohio State University to major in biomedical engineering. Go Buckeyes! Next from the football team, Isaiah Brooks. Escorted by Stacy and Lydian Brooks. He plans to attend college to major in biology. Next is Dylan Brown, escorted by Claire Peterson and Chris Brown. Dylan plans to attend college with a major currently undecided. Next for the football team, Masante Cooper, escorted by Ramona Cooper. Masante plans to attend college to major in sports medicine. Next is Jordan Crabtree, escorted by Lakeisha Williams and Kevin Galvin. Jordan plans to attend college to major in sports marketing. Our next senior football player is Dylan Doyle, escorted by Kate Doyle.
His dad is a Cowboys fan.
He will be attending the University of Cal, Berkeley.
This guy is a defensive lineman. He's a coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Our next senior is Dylan Evans, escorted by Latikwa and Randy Evans. Dylan will attend the United States Air Force Academy and major in economics. Our next senior is Michael Garcia, escorted by Berenice Garcia and Roque Elias. Michael will attend Texas A&M University to major in social media marketing. Our next senior, Cole Harris, escorted by Kathy and Ken Harris. Cole will be attending college to major in engineering. Our next senior is Ty Hawkins. Ty is escorted by Lena and Kamar Hawkins. After high school, he plans to attend college with a major currently undecided. Next is Isaiah Hernandez, escorted by Esmeralda Felipe and Juan Origi. After high school, he plans to attend college with a major currently undecided. Our next senior is Bryson Hunter, escorted by Evelyn and Brian Hunter. After graduating from Little Elm, Bryson plans to major in business. Our next senior from the football team, Jason Jackson, escorted by Tanika and Jason Jackson. After graduation, Jason plans to major in architecture. Our next senior is Joshua Joseph, escorted by Stacy and Stephen Joseph. After high school, Josh Buck plans to major in education. Our next senior from the football team, Samaje Laurie, escorted by Shaniqua Laurie. After graduation, Samaje plans to attend college to major in animation. Our next senior, number 4, your quarterback, John Matier. Escorted by Judy and Steve Matier, John will be attending Central Arkansas University to major in engineering. Our next senior, Noah McCant. Escorted by Terry and Keegan McCant, Noah will be attending college to major in sports marketing. Our next senior, Anisu Dutitwa. Escorted by his aunt, Phoebe, Anisu will be attending junior college to major in biotechnology research and development. Our next senior is Trey Miller. Escorted among others by Ashley Martin. Trey will be attending college to major in education. Our next senior, Keyshawn Mills. Escorted by Tamika Austin and Tyshawn Mills, Keyshawn will attend the University of Colorado to major in kinesiology. Our next senior for the football team, Hamadi Muhammad. Escorted by Halima Didi and Mukhtar Ahmed, Hamadi plans to attend college and major in engineering.
I just had too much going on. I was taking 18 hours.
Our next football senior is Michael Rodriguez. Escorted by Maria Mares and Oscar Rodriguez. He plans to attend college with a major that is currently undecided. Our next senior is Jalen Sessions. Escorted by Tamika White and Donald Sessions. Post-graduation, Jalen plans to attend college and major in engineering. Our next senior is Cameron Taylor Butler. Escorted by Alicia Taylor and Stephen Richards, Cameron plans to attend college with a major that is currently undecided. Our next football senior is Vashon Thomas. Escorted by Lashandra Wilson and Vashon Thomas Sr. Vashon plans to attend college to major in business management. Our next senior is Troy Walker, escorted by Jamie Weaver and Xavier Weaver. Troy plans to attend college with a major currently undecided. Our next senior is Cameron Walker, escorted by Amaris Grant and Jesse Walker. Cameron plans to attend college with a major currently undecided. Our next senior, Aaron Watts, escorted by Latanya Watts and Marvin Watts. Aaron plans to attend college with a major currently undecided. And our final senior from the football team, Brian Wooford, escorted by Julie and John Wooford. Brian plans to attend college to major in sports marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for all of your senior Lobos. Good evening, fans. We welcome you to Loel Stadium for tonight's game between